The rock dove, or common pigeon, is a very common sight in cities in North America and around the world. Recently, though, I encountered a pigeon under quite uncommon circumstances. While grocery shopping one Tuesday evening, I noticed a bird under the canopy covering the shopping carts, near the entrance. As you can see from my photos, it's pretty dark outside. Something is definitely wrong when a diurnal animal is out at night, especially alone. I soon noticed a narrow blue band around the pigeon's right leg, and I wondered if that had anything to do with this strange situation. Of course, I was very concerned about the animal's welfare. I went inside the store and explained the situation to a cashier. To my surprise, she lit up. "The pigeon came back," she said. The coworkers around her were just as delighted. I learned that the night before, the staff had tried to help the animal. They gave him food and water and attempted to keep him warm on a chilly night. Outside, another employee showed me a video he'd taken of the bird the night before. The pigeon seemed nervous, but he let people get pretty close before clumsily flying to another perch. I took some photos and a video and went home. I posted the video to a local message board, asking for advice on what might be best for this animal. At first, people thought the blue band indicated he was part of a research study. Soon, though, folks were speculating that this was a racing pigeon off his path. I didn't know that racing pigeons was a thing. If this is news to you, too, please be careful if you go looking for information on them. Some of the details of this hobby are not for the faint of heart or tender of heart. Besides that, several people made helpful recommendations about rescues and animal services. The next night, I returned to the grocery store and offered some safflower seed to the pigeon, who was now flitting around the fall display. At one point, I got too close, and he tumbled into the space behind the straw near the corn. It took him a little bit to fly back up, which was distressing to watch. I took another photo and asked for help on the message board, but it was just too short notice for anyone to come out, especially since this still was not an emergency. People had advised me about how I could secure the pigeon myself, but I was not comfortable doing that. I was afraid I might hurt him in the process, and I really had nowhere to keep him, even for one night. The next day, I called a wildlife rescue organization in DC. They were very sympathetic, but after learning all the details, they told me they couldn't take the pigeon because he wasn't wild. He could never be released. I called a wildlife organization in my county, and they had the same answer. Finally, I called County Animal Services, a 35-minute drive from my home. They said they'd have to take the pigeon if I brought him in, and an effort would be made to locate the owner before he was put up for adoption. Later, I was able to connect with Great Lakes Pigeon Rescue DC on an online animal rescue forum. I know DC is nowhere near the Great Lakes, but the person running the organization lives around here. Communication was spotty, but over some hours, I explained that I could not capture, secure, or board the pigeon myself. Thursday was a bad day for me. I worried all day, not knowing really what to do next. Around 10:20 that night, I got a push notification from the rescue forum. A person working with Great Lakes Pigeon Rescue had rescued the pigeon. I was a huge mess of emotions, but mostly I felt gratitude. Gratitude to the rescue, the grocery store staff, my neighbors, and everyone who offered advice and support online. Everyone who cared. They've named him Cooper. I'm using masculine pronouns for convenience here. We can't tell the sex of the pigeon without a DNA test or seeing him lay an egg. He is very young, still squeaking, as one rescuer put it. He is thriving as he awaits adoption. He has a vigorous appetite, and he is as friendly and playful with people as a puppy. I have not seen him myself since he was rescued, but the rescuers have kept me up to date via text and sent me these photos. Here's one of him in pigeon pants. I kid you not, that's a bird diaper. Makes a lot of sense if you're going to have a bird indoors. His tolerance of them further indicates just how domesticated he is. We still don't know where he came from, but we can feel good about where he's going. I know my channel is focused on wildlife, but I really wanted to share this story with you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with more crow content very soon. I appreciate you all, and thank you for bird watching.